So today I'm going to talk about um, different hazards happening along different types of plate boundaries. So they are called tectonic hazards. So let's to the first one. Okay, so let me recap the concept of natural hazard. So natural hazard is a natural phenomenon or process that could cause loss of life or damage to property. Okay, loss of life. And natural phenomenon itself is not a hazard. Okay, it becomes a hazard when it threatens human life and property. Okay, so there are four types of natural disaster. And here, okay, and and today we are going to talk about tectonic hazards. Means, okay, internal cross processes. That means yesterday we talked about the plate movement. So this is about the plate movement, the hazard, okay? So first of all, earthquakes, volcanic eruption, and tsunami are three typical examples of tectonic hazards. And the frequency of earthquake is the highest, and the second highest should be tsunami. Okay, volcanic eruption occurs sometimes. So here, this is the tectonic hazards. Okay, happening in Pakistan. And Pakistan is a developing country, so the buildings are not constructed in the way that can withstand the devastation of earthquake. So you see, many buildings have collapsed in the photos, and you see this is a densely populated area. As a result, the casualties might be high. The second type is geomorphic hazards. So what is geomorphic hazards? Okay, it's caused by occur on land surfaces. Okay, landslides, mud flows, avalanches. Okay, what嗱，因為landslide 山泥傾瀉，mud flows 水土流失啲泥石流 avalanches 雪崩 avalanches. Okay, so here landslides in the US. Okay, and then we have climate hazards. Okay, so it's caused by atmospheric processes like typhoon and drought. So for example, the land is so dry that you can see the cracks on the ground. Okay, so and we have also biological hazards. Okay, biological hazards. So viruses. Okay, an infection. Okay, as you are now experiencing the huge negative impact of biological hazards. Okay, so people have to undergo temperature checking. So, but today we are going to focus on tectonic hazards. So, this type of hazards includes earthquakes, volcanic eruption, and tsunamis. Okay, so it caused by tectonic activities. Okay, plate movement, and this is the processes of internal structure of the Earth. So, can anyone tell me here, which layer has the convection current which drives the plate movement? Which layer, core, mantle, or crust? Which layer has the convection current that drives the plate movement? We talked about it last lesson. Yeah. Mantle. Poor spelling is correct. So convection current. Okay. Convection current drives the plate movement. So, does any one of you remember the 3 types of plate movements that we talked about last lesson? 3 types. Anyone can suggest any 3 types of plate movements? If OK， 如果有一個係啲板塊移開嘅，what is the name of the movement in which the plates move apart, separated from get separated from each other? So what is the type of movement? Is divergent or convergent? Moving apart. Divergent or convergent? Yeah, divergent. Good, Charmaine. So what is the type of movement that in which the 2 plates collide with each other? Collide with each other. 撞埋一齊啦，兩個板塊撞埋一齊，咁係叫乜嘢啊？ What is the name? Okay, what's the term for the movement of plates colliding with each other? 撞埋一齊叫咩啊？ Convergent or convergent? Okay, how to spell convergent? Convergent. Yes, good. Convergent plate movement. Excellent. Okay, so we have a convergent plate movement. Yes. And here. Okay, so here, the plates move slowly and shifts are usually not noticed by humans. And tectonic activities happen violently, only occasionally, okay? Not every day, but maybe every few years or every 10 years. It depends on the location of a city, of a place. So some places are always always hit by tectonic hazards. So these places are along plate what? Okay, at the plate center or at the plate boundaries. Okay, these places are at the plate center or at the plate boundaries. Places which have tectonic hazards frequently. They are at the plate center or at the plate boundaries. 即係有啲地方成日都火山啊、地震，佢哋係板塊嘅邊緣，因為板塊嘅中心啊。They are at the plate center or along plate boundaries. So boundaries or center, those places which are always struck by tectonic hazards. Plate center or boundary? Anyone? Safal, can you give me the answer? I know you know the answer. What's your answer? Center or boundary? Yeah, you don't know. Or boundary, yes. It's boundaries, Safal, okay, boundary, plate boundaries. Boundaries, yeah, boundaries. Yeah. So here, now let's look at the PowerPoint. Here. Okay, when they threaten human life and property, they are considered to be tectonic hazards. So here, a volcanic eruption happened in Hawaii, okay, where Mount St. Helens is located, and 57 people died, okay? So, and then earthquake in Japan caused road damage and also collapse of buildings. And where do we find here? Yeah, plate boundaries. I highlight this. This is very important. Plate, we often find tectonic hazards along the plate boundaries。喺板塊嘅邊界成日都有嗰啲地殼板塊嘅災難，例如地震啊嗰啲啦。Earthquakes, volcanic eruption and tsunamis. These types of natural disasters, okay, these three examples, please remember, okay, they are keywords: earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, tsunamis, okay? And they are easily triggered in boundary regions. And then, here. Now, where can we find tectonic hazards? Okay, circum-Pacific belt, alpine Humanian belt. So these two areas have frequent occurrence of natural disasters related to the movement of plate boundaries. Okay, so sometimes, okay, tectonic hazards can also be found in East Africa and the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, here you can see the circum-Pacific belt. Okay, it's around the Pacific Ocean. Oh, sorry, it's around the Pacific Ocean. That this is the west coast of America, California, 加州 ，OK， 加州啊，墨西哥啊 ，Mexico， Seattle， OK， and then here Japan, Japan, Taiwan, OK, and the Philippines, OK, New Zealand is also along the plate boundaries. So these places have a lot of volcanoes. Japan has some of volcanoes. The Philippines also has a certain number of volcanoes, and then earthquakes always happen in Japan, America, and Taiwan. Okay, and then it runs around the Pacific Ocean. That's why it's known as the Pacific Ring of Fire. Okay, volcano emits fire, Pacific Ring of Fire, and most of the tectonic hazards can be found here. Okay, along this belt. Another disaster-prone belt is the Alpine Himalayan belt. Okay, Alps. Okay, Alps. 阿尔卑斯山 Switzerland. Okay, Spain, and then here is Iran, and then China, Tibet, 西藏 Qinghai, Tibet, and then Nepal. Okay, Nepal is also found here. Nepal actually is along the Alpine Himalayan belt. Nepal is a country at the foot, okay, of the Himalayan mountains. Okay, yeah, and here is from the Alps in Europe to the Himalayas in South Asia. It's a zone with very active occurrence of earthquakes. Or earthquakes happen frequently in this region. Okay, 地震成日發生嘅喺呢啲地方。Okay. Okay, so how do they cause tectonic hazards along plate boundaries? Okay, earthquake, sudden shaking of the ground. Okay, remember, earthquake, the definition, 定義, sudden shaking of the ground. And then it's caused by, okay, movements, tectonic plate movements to release energy. So it can occur at any type of plate boundaries, okay? So here, a volcanic eruption, 火山爆發. So strong-tensional or compassional. Any question?
What is plate boundaries?
Plate boundaries. Plate boundaries. You know, our Earth, okay, comprises different plates. Okay, let's look at here. Okay, let's look at the graph. Now here, actually, our Earth, okay, has different plate bound. The Earth's surface, okay, is divided into different plates. Okay, okay. Please give me some time. Maybe I go back to the PowerPoint, okay? before. Maybe some of you may need some recap. Okay, let me go back to the plate bound the PowerPoint. Okay. That give me some time. Okay. Plate boundaries. Plate tectonics. It may take some time to open the PowerPoint. Okay. Now, can you see the? Okay, let me go back to the PowerPoint. Eurasia, yeah. One of the plate, one plate is called Eurasia. Now, let me explain the concept of plate boundary again. 板塊理論，咩叫板塊理論啊？Now, for example, you see, from the map, okay, from the map here, okay, from the map here, you see, okay, the South Africa and Africa, they are like jigsaw puzzle. They can fit each other, okay? So here, okay, let me go back to the plate boundaries here. So let me go back to the plate boundaries. Okay, you see, South America and Africa, they are like jigsaw puzzles. They can fit other, okay? You see, they are like jigsaw puzzles. They can fit in with each other. So somebody suggests that, okay, these two continents, these two places, Africa and South America, were once joined together, They are like jigsaw puzzles, okay? But, okay, because of the plate movements, the jigsaw puzzle, the pieces of the puzzle moved apart. And I repeat, because of the movement, because of the convection current in the mantle, the plates moved apart. 即係話咧，好多萬年前咧，地幔嗰度咧，啲熔岩走嚟走去，所以啲板塊就移嚟移去啦。Okay, the place movement. So nowadays, okay, the plates what are plates? They are like jigsaw puzzle. Remember, plates are like jigsaw puzzle. These places are large pieces of solid landmass, okay? Solid landmass floating on the. Now this kind is very difficult. You just remember it is a lava, very hot liquid, okay? Hot liquid. So the plates are landmass. So they form the Earth's surface. So we have John Paul has suggested one plate, Eurasian plate. This is the largest plate, and then Pacific plate, Indo-Australian plate. So that these are the three movements. Okay, so they are three types of plate boundary: converge, collide with each other, diverge, move apart, move sideways. That means horizontal movements, okay? So here, okay, so there are different types. Okay, so I'm going to show you the map. Okay, this may have the map. Let me check it. 14, this okay, so maybe I'll show you another one. Sorry. Wait. Natural hazards. Okay. Maybe. Okay, so maybe you understand. Okay, the plate tectonics. So, okay, maybe I'll show you the map. What? Okay, now can you see the plate here? Now can you see the plates, everyone? This is a very detailed plate map. So the major John Paul has given the name of a plate, Eurasian plate, 歐亞大陸板塊. And then here is another plate, Indo-Australian plate, and then the Philippine plate, and then Pacific plate. So you see, the Pacific Ring of Fire is along the plate boundaries. No, the plates are just like the pieces of saw puzzles, okay? The plates are just like the pieces of a saw puzzle, okay? So South American plate, African plate, Arabian plate, North American plate. Okay, so I guess you have a clear concept of plate boundaries, okay, of different plates, okay. So please remember the distribution of the plates, okay. This is tested, okay. Yeah. Any questions about the plates? Any questions about the plates? If you have no, you rate as okay. So if you have no question, we will go back to the natural disaster, okay, along the plate boundaries, okay. So here, Humanian belt, okay. So earthquake, sudden shaking of the ground, and then caused by plate movements to release energy, okay, and volcanic eruption. Okay, so compressional forces means push together. Tensional means pulling apart. So magma or gases. Magma means the lava, 熔岩啊. I mean the very heated, very hot. Okay, very hot orange liquid from the earth. Very hot orange liquid from the earth, magma, and then gases. Okay. These places, okay, of volcanic activities are subjected to high stress, high pressure. And then the lava or the magma or the gases are pushed up to the Earth's surface. So through lines of weaknesses, okay, so causing volcanic eruption. So this is a volcanic eruption, okay? So if you don't understand the lines of weaknesses, you just understand that, okay, the magma, I mean the hot orange liquid and the gases are pushed up to the Earth's surface. And then we have tsunami, very big sea waves. So I want to ask you, very often before a tsunami happens, an earthquake must have happened. So before a tsunami happens, the earthquake occurs on the land or in the sea. Okay, before a tsunami happens, an earthquake occurs in the sea or on the land. Before, sea, an earthquake in the sea causes tsunami. Okay, so that's why some tsunami warning signals. That means if an earthquake on the ocean floor is detected, the governments across the world will warn the residents along the coast to evacuate. Yeah. And then this is caused by the sudden motion on the sea floor. Strong earthquake or a violent volcanic eruption, 火山爆發，好強勁嘅火山爆發。Violent volcanic eruption on the ocean floor or undersea landslide. So you see all motion, okay, on the sea floor causes tsunamis. Okay, so the coastal areas along the Pacific Ocean are prone to or are vulnerable to tsunamis here. Tsunami regions, okay? Where volcanic eruptions are frequent in the region. Yeah. So Japan once had volcanic eruptions, and the Philippines has many volcanoes as well. So volcanic eruptions sometimes or often happen in the Philippines as well. Okay, so why are some earthquake zones far away from plate boundaries? Some, not all. Okay, some. Why? The earthquakes happening at the center of place account for only 1% of all earthquakes. Okay, it accounts for only 1% of earthquakes, so it's not common. And then maybe the fault ruptures or displacements of fault zones. So many plates are fractured or divided into individual blocks. Okay, that means each plate is fragile, so there may be cracks in the middle of a plate. Okay, many plates are fragile, so there may be fractures or cracks in the middle of a plate. Okay, and then the cracks, okay, along the cracks， 即係其實咧每一個板塊中間都有啲裂痕嘅。咁喺嗰啲裂痕 ，okay, so along the cracks, okay, there is some movement along the cracks. There is some movement, and it causes stress in and between blocks. So when forces are enough, so the rupture occurs along the faults. Okay, so here, 唐山大地震，唐山 near Beijing. Tangshan, Tangshan is near Beijing. So in 1976, a devastating earthquake happened in Tangshan. 200,000 people died, as far as I know. 200,000, not 20,000. 200,000 people died, okay, in this earthquake. And there is a memoir and there's a storybook, well, not storybook, yeah, you can say a storybook about this earthquake, okay? A very famous storybook in the past. All high school students, okay, have to read this book to pass the public examination, okay? This way, okay, side story. Okay, and then Sichuan earthquake, okay? So, okay, up till now, so I'm going to ask you some questions, okay? So, can anyone tell me which place has frequent occurrence of earthquakes, plate boundaries, or plate center? Which place has frequent occurrence of of earthquakes? Which place has frequent occurrence of earthquakes, plate center, or plate boundary? Yeah, Japan, Taiwan, so they are boundaries or center. Of course, Taiwan and are always struck by earthquakes. They're boundaries or center. They are boundaries. Okay, so please, everyone, okay, as a File or Matt or Jada, please give me three examples of natural hazards, along the plate boundaries. Okay, three examples of three types of disasters along plate boundaries. 3, earthquake, yeah, volcano, yeah, tsunami, good. So volcano, we can say volcanic eruption, bomb. Okay, 火山爆發. Okay, and okay, so let's go to some cases of disasters some cases of disaster along plate boundaries. Okay, or okay, so here. Okay, so let's look at the disaster. So Sichuan earthquakes, okay, in 2008, okay. So although the Sichuan province is not located at a plate boundary, it has active tectonic plate movements along the Longmen Shan. Shan means hill. Shan means hill or mountain in China. Longmen Mountain, Longmen Hill Fault. Okay, a fault line. And here, Longmen Shan Fault. Okay, this is Chengdu, the capital of Sichuan province. Okay, and then Longmen Shan Fault. Okay, 2008 earthquake, 2017 earthquake, and 2013. Okay, Ya'an. Okay, so this is Sichuan. It's far away from Hong Kong, about 1,000 kilometers from Hong Kong. So the most devastating earthquake happened in 2008 in Wenchuan. It has magnitude of 2.9, okay, Richter scale. So very disastrous, okay. So Longshan, Lushan is less stronger, 7 Richter scale, okay. But the focus is shallower, okay. So Qiujiagou, okay. So is 7 magnitude, okay. So 3 earthquakes happening along the Longmen Shan Fault. So formation of the earthquakes, okay. The Indo-Australian plate moves northeast and converges or collide with Eurasian plate. 放埋一齊啊，兩個板塊。Okay, the Indo-Australian plate converges or collides with the Eurasian plate, and the strong pushing forces, compressional. Compressional means pushing, 推啊。The strong compressional forces, pushing forces, drive the Tibetan Plateau eastwards. Tibetan Plateau, 青藏高原. Nepal is also a country in the Tibetan Plateau. Okay, so the crustal movements underlying the Tibetan Plateau moves eastward along the plains of Sichuan Basin. Okay, plains. What is the meaning of plain? Plain means a piece of flat land, a large area of flat land. Plain, a large area of flat land. 平原. And then the Sichuan Basin,盆地. You know, when you wash your face, you pour some water into a basin. Okay, so a basin means a piece of flat land, a large area of flat land surrounded by mountains. I repeat, basin is a large area of flat land surrounded by mountains. 盆地即係一個好大嘅平地，被群山包圍，被好多山包圍住嘅。Okay, so crustal movements underline the Tibetan Plateau move eastwards. Okay, so when the plates move to the east, they build up stress, pressure along the Longmen Hill Fault. So when the crustal rock absorbs too much stress, okay, the pressure is released, and so it causes violent shaking of the ground. So here is the eastward movement of the plate, and then the plate, okay, bears pressure. So when the plate cannot bear pressure anymore, the energy is released from the plate along the Longmen Shan. Okay, So that's why the earthquake happens. So Longmenshan separates Tibetan Plateau from the Sichuan Basin, okay? So here. So how was the Longmenshan fault formed? Okay, convergence, okay, of the Indo-Australian and Eurasian plates, okay? So push the landmass moving. Okay, so the plate, the plateau, Tibetan Plateau, 青藏高原, kept moving east and was blocked, okay, by the Longmenshan. The plate movement was blocked by Longmenshan, obstructed. OK， 即係話嗰個板塊嘅移動被呢個山阻擋住啦，呢個山阻擋住呢個板塊嘅移動。The movement of the plateau was blocked by the Longmenshan. OK, so when the movement was blocked, stress, pressure built up. So when the pressure built up, the stress accumulated. So when the stress was too great, it caused rupturing of crust. OK， 嗱，即係話，當你個板塊向東移動啦，咁你咪呢度受壓咯，咁你啲壓力儲住晒，一次過頂唔順爆出嚟，咪會導致嗰個有個裂痕咯。So here, when the plateau moved to the east, the mountain blocked the movement. As a result, stress or pressure built up. So when the mountain could not bear the stress anymore, the energy was released. As a result, the fault was formed. Also, the earthquake happened. Oh, any question about this slide? Any question about this slide? Any question about this slide? 有冇問題？對於呢個圖畫 ，any question about this slide? Okay, if you have no question, we can go on, okay? So here. So human activities, okay? So there are many buildings or human activities along the Longmenshan Fault. So it put great pressure on the crust. And then these forces can also trigger an earthquake. Now, for example, nuclear testing, boom, okay, 核彈爆炸. Nuclear testing can also cause violent explosions, okay, because of great pressure on the crust. So also a large reservoir adds stress to the crust and also cause more earthquakes, okay, a large reservoir, okay. Okay, so here. So okay, there are some hot spots, okay, on the earth. And then there is a rising of hot mantle materials. Okay, so why? Because of the uneven heat distributions in the mantle. Okay, so so that means all along the Earth's surface, some areas have hot mantle area. Some areas have hot mantle areas. So in these very hot mantle areas, the lava goes up because the mantle area is too hot, okay? And sometimes, okay, the mantle is so hot that the crust is melted. 即係話喺一啲地方咧，啲熔岩啊，哇，熱到爆，連啲地殼都溶咗啊。Okay, so it results in the formation of hot spots. So so volcanoes mainly, volcanoes are mainly situated at hotspots. Okay, so here the mantle. So this is very hot. Okay, very very hot, and then there is a line of riggedness. The cracks here may be the cracks. So the very hot lava goes up to the surface. So that is where the hot spot begins. Okay, so one example of hot spot is Hawaii. Okay, so here, so Hawaii, the volcanic island chain. So this is a island of a chain of islands in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Okay. So by the way, do you have any question now? Now, if you have no question, I'm going to tell you a piece of news. On Friday, on Friday, I'm going to give you a test, and this is a very small test, easy test. It has 30 questions, 30. So in the test, you need to do MC 選擇題, multiple choices, or just filling in the blanks. You don't need to answer long questions. It's very easy. And the test covers natural disasters, mainly typhoon, 颱風啊, mainly typhoon, or yeah, I think it covers typhoon or landslides. Okay, so it's easy. So I'm going to post the test on the Microsoft team. I'm going to post the test on the Microsoft team on Friday, and you have 1 day only to answer the test. Okay, you have 1 day to answer the test. That means I will post the test on the Microsoft Teams on Friday morning, and then I will take it away on Friday night. Okay, so you have 1 day to answer the question. Okay, any questions about the test? Any questions about the test? Okay, if you have no questions about the test, then I'm going to give you some revision of the test. Okay, so can anyone tell me? Okay, where is a typhoon formed? It is formed on a warm ocean or a cool ocean. A typhoon is formed on a warm ocean or a cool ocean. A typhoon, warm. And can you tell me the lines joining the places of equal air pressure on a climate graph or on a weather chart? The line joining places of equal air pressure on a weather chart. What is the line? No, it's not the speed. It's this one is easy. Not easy. It's difficult. So that's why I've asked you. Isobar. Remember, isobar. Places, okay, of equal air pressure. Okay, so in the places of earthquakes, okay, so well, so in the places of so the monsoon, okay, there Hong Kong has a seasonal monsoon climate, okay, so the monsoon happens because of what kind of differences between the land and the sea? Monsoon happens because of what kind of differences between the land and the sea? Is it the difference between the height or is it due to the differences between in height? Is it due to the differences in height or the differences in what? Hot or cool? What is the term to describe such differences, cool or warm? It begins with a T. It begins with a T. Yeah, temperature. Temperature. Monsoon happens frequently because of temperature differences. Okay, remember temperature. Okay, so if you want to do revision, okay, you can go to the YCK2 channel to watch the videos, or you can ask me questions. Okay, so these are MCs or filling questions of filling the blanks. Okay, do you have any questions about the coming test on Friday? Any question about the coming test on Friday? Okay, if you have no question, we will end today's lesson now. Okay, so thank you.